Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, I am here with you, and you are here with me, Kiara the Voice, and we are joined here together on the most amazing, beautiful, shifting Sunday. I feel like I should probably switch the name of these to Shifting Sundays because it seems like each week, each day, each moment, each breath, we're always shifting. And that's always been in life what's happening. But right now, we are just hearing the noise so much louder because we've been in a phase, in a stage of suppression of how we felt. And I think this goes into communication a lot. I've been really taking a lot of my time to pay attention to language, to pay attention to the way that people use the words that they use in order to get the certain responses that they wish to receive from a certain statement, a certain piece of writing, and then also paying deeper attention to how I communicate within my different relationships, friendships, with my mom and dad, with my family, with people who I am engaging with on an intimate level, just really thinking about communication and this level of passivity that we've all decided to communicate with that always somehow seems to put us outside of the thing that we are looking to help, fix, change, get, whatever. We always seem to passively look over things rather than actually addressing what is the matter at hand. And so I was thinking about this in terms of my different relationships, having some conversations with my coworkers yesterday. And then also there was a woman who came in that I got to meet, this beautiful songwriter. Her name is Lisa. I do not know her last name. But she came in and we just had this connection. And she came in right after we were engaging in a conversation about fear of speaking and stating your truth, right? And this fear of speaking and stating your truth comes out of the fear of being misunderstood or being too much for that other person. And I was talking really about myself and thinking about how much in the course of my life I've silenced myself within different relationships just because I was afraid that the person would misunderstand or misinterpret the emotion I was trying to express with words, or what my intention was within our meeting and connecting and growing together. And that may be too much for them to handle because they do not view life with the same lens that I view it. So they may perceive what I'm saying in a whole different way that may trigger a reaction into them, into leaving, into running away, into thinking that, whoa, like you're 10 steps ahead of where I'm already at, and that makes me uncomfortable. And so in order to not make someone uncomfortable, I've started to suppress my truth. And when I realized this, as I spoke through it, it just brought me so, not much sadness, but it awakened a piece of me that was sad, because when I think about being a master of self and really being able to get and receive those things you want, you have to be so in surrender and so in trust of your truth and of your own understanding and of your own flow that you must flow in it, even if what's outside of it does not recognize where it's coming from or how it's coming to them. And it's okay, but the more that you are authentically who you are, the more you will magnetize and draw in exactly what you are meant to have around you in order for you to continuously grow, continuously grow, continuously grow. But you have to be so strong in your mind in order to decide and realize that you now have to take control of your life. We're in a phase, a stage, a space where we're seeing a shift of so many things at once. And really, the overarching shift is the shift of consciousness. Our realization and actualization of self has become so much stronger that we notice that we actually are more in control of the outcomes that happen. And we don't have to just be told or directed and falling into line with what already exists, but we have the ability to create new existence within life now. And so it takes time for us to develop the skills and even the mind power and the mind strength to know that we can be available to change and shift. And we don't need to look for this one leader, this figure that's going to lead us. We need to go inside of ourselves and really answer those questions. What makes you happy? What makes you feel innately good? What is the knowledge that you know and the knowledge that you know that you need to attain in order for you to now fill yourself up with that and fuel your families? It's time for us to start to focus on our first immediate community, which is right there in your home, right there in your families. Sharing this knowledge that we are attaining, that we are understanding, and sharing truths. It's time for us to really be honest with all the experiences that we have had in our life so that we can forgive ourselves for anything we feel like we may have caused to come upon ourselves, and also understand the lesson that has happened so we can apply that into further movements within our life and not be stuck or attached to what has happened, but learn and grow from and jump off onto the next level of living that is ready for us to exist in. We have everything that we need. You have everything that you need, and it starts with your ability to communicate, advocate, and share from your heart. What has happened to you? I know that I've been really bad at my journaling in 2020. And I don't know what made me not write so much or journal as much as I was doing in the morning, but I spent a lot of time, especially during quarantine, in my head, like just letting thoughts and things flow through. And there were certain things that when they were too magical, I'd write them down, And now I feel like it's time for me to start to write out a lot of the situations that have happened so I can make sense of what that was for me and then say goodbye and thank you. Because we have to be willing to let go in order to grow into the next level of life that there is. We have to be willing to let go in order to grow into the next level of life that there is. I am a super empath, an empath that will try to do everything in my way to make sure that you feel good, even if that means that I feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm switching my perspective on living so that I'm making sure that I'm doing everything that makes me feel good, while still being mindful of you and everyone. When I say you, I mean everyone else outside of me. Still being mindful of that, but really choosing me first. Allowing myself to understand that I need me time in order to get to the level of life that I know that I can attain. Because only I have the playbook for that. And that playbook lives and exists within me. But if I refuse to dive deep and access the knowledge, I'll never understand the route to the journey, the route to success. And it may be harder. I'll get there, but I may have a few more bumps and bruises and twists and turns and upside downs and all of that. And so we write. And so we share. Getting in groups with great people and sharing your ideas and expressing yourself, sharing with your family, telling stories. Figure out your way to express, dance, move, release, burn some sage, burn a candle, burn some Palo Santo. But really, in all of this shift and all of this change, make time that you are taking self-care time. Make sure that you are taking self-care time. Breathing in through your nose deeply. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. One more time together. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the moon, the stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me. And until next time.